hospital nursing a gunshot wound. And later, we meet the newest centenarian on the island, celebrating 100 years of life and wisdom. Eyewitness News, the weekend edition starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Laurencia Smith. Thanks for joining us, topping the weekend edition.
It was a busy weekend for the Royal Bahamas Police Force as officers now investigate a fatal stabbing in the Ferguson subdivision off of Carmichael Road. According to preliminary reports, police were alerted shortly before midnight and responded to the scene. Upon arrival, officers discovered a 30-year-old man lying in front of a residence with apparent injuries to the neck. Emergency medical services examined the man and confirmed he had no signs of life. Press Liaison Officer Chief Superintendent of Police, Sharia King, provided an update to the media confirming that investigations are underway.
Our investigators have begun their preliminary investigation, and what we have learned thus far is that there was a private function at a residence through this corner when an altercation between two males occurred, resulting in one of those males being stabbed to the upper body. The deceased is in his 30s, and we're asking anyone with any information concerning this matter to kindly assist the police and call the police to provide that information to assist us in our investigation. Would caution the general public, as we have been cautioning the general public, that there is a better way. Find a resolution to your conflict, because we have a PSA that is out there now. Let's fight it out. Let's talk it out. So we are appealing to the general public to resolve their conflict in a meaningful manner.
Police are investigating a shooting that left a 16-year-old boy hospitalized Saturday morning in the area of Reef Lane off of Malcolm Road. According to reports, just before 11 a.m., the teen was standing in a yard when a masked gunman exited a black Nissan Cube and approached him. Police say the suspect asked about a specific individual, and when the teen said he did not know the person, the gunman opened fire. The victim was shot in the right thigh and taken to hospital where he's listed in fair condition. The suspect fled the scene in the vehicle. Police are investigating the matter. Still talking news from the crime beat. Police are investigating a police-involved shooting Friday night in the Carmichael Road West area that left a 33-year-old suspect hospitalized. Authorities say an off-duty police was sitting in the vehicle outside a business just after 8 p.m. when he was approached by a masked armed man. Police say the suspect attempted to rob the officer, who responded by firing his service weapon. The suspect reportedly returned fire. The suspect was shot multiple times and remained in guarded condition. The officer was not injured. A firearm and other evidence was recovered from the scene, while the officer's vehicle was also damaged by gunfire. Police are appealing for witness or anyone with information to call 911 or 919 or the Crime Stoppers 328 tips. Investigation into this matter is ongoing. Also in news from the crime beat. Police in Bimini have arrested 3 Haitian nationals after they were found in possession of fraudulent documents. The incident happened Saturday morning at the South Bimini International Airport, where officers were alerted by the Bahamas Immigration Department during a routine check of passengers arriving from the capital. Authorities say the 3 men presented national insurance cards that raised red flags. Police worked along with the National Insurance Board to examine the documents and confirm they were fraudulent. The men aged 29, 30, and 36 were taken into custody. Investigation into this matter are ongoing.
As the 2026 general election inches closer, Pine Ridge Member of Parliament Ginger Moxie expressing confidence that following the results from the polls, all constituencies in Grand Bahama will be represented by the Progressive Liberal Party. Moxie says from her view, the PLP has put forth candidates who are ready to work and who will bring what she says progress to the island.
I'm extremely confident. I think they can stand not just on who they are as individuals, because we have a very, very strong team, but also on the work that the Progressive Liberal Party has been able to do, the work that our Prime Minister has been able to do throughout the entire country, delivering on behalf of the people on Grand Bahama Island.
When questioned by reporters on why should the electoral of Grand Bahama grant the PLP a chance, Moxie gave a snapshot of the work that has already been done.
Unemployment is the lowest it's been in 18 years. You know, you have buildings that are being demolished and repurposed, that Grand Bahamians are returning home because there are opportunities to return home too. You know, people talk about the traffic jam. Yes, there's traffic jam because there's a lot more people here, a lot more vehicles here moving about. But Grand Bahama is in a much better place than where we met it when I came to office.
Opposition Free National Movement leader Michael Pintard is appealing to young voters who may be undecided about turning out for the May 12th general election, acknowledging that he understands their hesitation. Speaking at an F&M rally over in Abaco, Pintard says he believes voter empathy among young people stems from successive governments failing to address the issues affecting young Bahamians.
Again, I understand the frustrations that Bahamians have, particularly young Bahamians. They don't nobody run. Red, yellow, black, they don't nobody run. And a part of it is because we have failed to solve some basic problems that they can't understand why we can't solve it. Like, I mean, how is it possible you encourage people to go off to school, they come back home, and they are overqualified for a job? It takes somebody, sometimes with a bachelor's degree, take them 3 years to get a job. Many of them just go back off to school.
Pintard is pledging that if elected, addressing the crisis in the education sector will be a top priority under his leadership, with the goal of ensuring that those pursuing tertiary education no longer have to look abroad as their first option.
Or you tell kids that go to BTVI, they get there, and then they find out, oh, there's no space. Or the registration is so high that they figure they still can't get it. We have to solve basic problems so people could restore their hope and trust in us.
Coalition of Independent supporters say they're confident in the Member of Parliament for Central Grand Bahama, Hiram Lewis, chances to continue to represent the constituency following the 2026 election. COI supporter Monique Pinder says she's sticking by Lewis even though he previously represented the constituency under the Free National Movement banner, noting from her view the COI will bring real change.
I'm glad that 2026 is here because I was waiting for that from 2021. I believe it. I will pray for it. I manifest it. I claim it. We're done with too much foolishness. You know, we are done with the mess. We have no accountability, no nothing. We're looking for something that somebody can stand up for the people, the right. We need laws to be done in the Bahamas. We ain't got no law in the Bahamas.
Also backing Lewis is COI former candidate for Central Grand Bahama, Latanya Strawn, who emphasized the party has confidence in Lewis and the strategies he brings to the table to further Grand Bahama.
He's brought a good insight to the Bahamian people, letting them know that change is necessary in our country. And so I support him 100%. I am 1,000% confident. You know why? Because I believe that there's a group of people in this Commonwealth of the Bahamas that understands that we are in dire need of change, and that which he presents is what we are backing. So I believe that everybody in his constituency is going to support it.
And still to come tonight, freedom and profit. White family islanders are choosing business over traditional jobs. And later, dozens rolled up their sleeves at the national park as Earth Day efforts make a lasting impact. We have got more, but first, here's a check on tonight's weather forecast.
Is changing. It's bringing new challenges, but also new opportunities. The truth is, our economy always left too many Bahamians out. Now we're opening new doors in agriculture, tourism, energy, entrepreneurship, providing grants, scholarships, national service, and upskilling. A new generation is rising, And we're finally moving in the right direction, building an economy that includes everyone.
Play for fun, not for funds.
In the Bahamas, we play hard, but we live smart.
We love a little competition.
A little excitement, a little thrill.
And at Island Luck, gaming is all about entertainment.
Shared moments, celebrating the wins, and enjoying the experience.
The key is simple. Play for fun, not for funds.
When you set a budget before you start,
and know your limits, you stay in control.
And when you're in control, the game stays what it's meant to be.
Fun.
So play for fun, not for funds.
Must be 18 and over. Island Luck reminds you that it's only a game, so please game responsibly.
Foreign commercial banks have been closing across our islands. For thousands of Bahamians, our country's post office savings banks are a lifeline, providing safe and secure banking. But Michael Pintard says,
We will abolish the bank through the post office system.
That's a risk Bahamians can't afford. That's why the Prime Minister is making post office savings banks stronger to protect Bahamian families and small businesses who rely on them.
Welcome to Paradise Premium Foods, where exceptional taste meets everyday convenience. Right in the heart of Hurricane Hole Plaza, whether you're planning a beachside brunch, an intimate dinner, or simply restocking your favorites, we offer only the finest selection of local and imported goods, handpicked for quality, freshness, and flavor. At Paradise Premium Foods, shopping is effortless, service is personal, and every visit feels like a treat. From gourmet meals to go to organic essentials and indulgent treats, this is your neighborhood market elevated. Live well, eat better. Discover Paradise Premium Foods, now open at Hurricane Hole Plaza, Paradise Island. Paradise Premium Foods, taste the difference.
You're watching Eyewitness News.
Welcome back to the weekend edition. Many family islanders are opting to go to the entrepreneurship route nowadays, noting it's more lucrative and provides more freedom, especially because the market on the family islands are not as nearly as saturated as they are in the capital. Owner of a number of businesses in North Andros, including RJ's, Oasis, Randolph, Monroe, argue many family islanders complaint that there aren't sufficient staff employment opportunities on the island aren't warranted.
I had an opportunity to work for the government. I turned it down 1,000,000 times. I believe in creating my own stuff, okay? Have you seen you at my property and you see what I've done here? In Central Andros, the same, in Nassau. I am the one of the owners of the Captain Prince, the mailboat. Okay, so we do our own stuff. We build from up, down, from down, up, from in, out. You know, as you live and you get into a certain profession, you see where you can make money and you make use of it. You know, everything is not the government.
Cafe Lorraine owner Sophie Lorraine Rose says she enjoys the thrill of being her own boss, but shares the sentiment that finding a job or pursuing entrepreneurship isn't all that difficult once one is determined enough.
Well, I've been in business now for over 20 years, and I've been an entrepreneur basically all my life. I started selling from the age of 8 on the side of the road in my granduncle's property, and that grew into me even after leaving school. I still had a passion to be my own boss. Job opportunity on the island isn't hard. You know, some person want to be independent like me, and then some persons want to work for other people, you know, and like I say, it's not hard. If you're willing to work, you can find a job. Anyone on the islands, I say, who are willing to work, you'll find a job. But some people just want to work for a day and get paid that day, you know, but job isn't hard to find. It's not, especially in North Andres.
Hundreds of people across the globe celebrating Earth Day this week. And right here at home, civic organization and corporate Bahamas joined forces to do their part to help the environment. Last week, dozens gathered at Primeville National Park for a trail maintenance exercise. It's a small gesture they believe will make a big impact.
So this initiative is very important. Apart from April being Earth Month and today being Earth Day, we at the BNT look for volunteers such as the 4 organizations that are out here to help us with the maintenance of one of 4 parks here in New Providence. The BNT manages 33 parks across 2.2 million acres of land and sea throughout the Bahamas. And so it is a mammoth task and one that we welcome volunteers to come and help us with, because without the hands, it is very difficult for us to be able to maintain the parks, keep them looking the way we need them to look, remove invasives, as well as just daily upkeep.
The Rotary Club of Old Fort has been sponsoring and contributing to work at Primeval for us for almost 3 to 4 years now. Every year we come and we assist them with trail maintenance. What we find particularly purposeful here is the fact that they line the trail with casuarina, which is an invasive species to the Bahamas. So we look forward to continuing to support them, and in particular at the end of this we're also going to give a cash donation to the Bahamas National Trust to support their work, particularly at Primeval National Park.
Joining Bahamas National Trust and the Rotary Club of Old Fort was CJ Atlantic, Nassau Agencies Limited, who say they're looking forward to the partnership each year.
BNT, CG Atlantic group of companies in the Bahamas and the Rotary Club of Old Fort have ventured in this initiative for the past 3 years in pertaining to Earth Day. Also, we have other partnerships with BNT and with the Rotary Club of Old Fort, inclusive of helping persons within the Gambia community, ensuring that they had certain levels of training about insurance, about the do's and don'ts of how to assist in areas where there are hurricanes or circumstances of that nature. We continue to support. We are excited about the partnership, and we look forward to this partnership in the years to come.
Well, Nassau Agencies believes in conservancy. Nassau Agencies also believes in greenery and preserving the environment. This can be seen through our fully solar-powered carport at our facilities on Jerome and Mount Pleasant Avenue. That's where this venture actually began. And following that, we make it our mission to partner with any other organizations or civic groups that help to promote environmental conservation and helping to promote preserving it. And what other better way to do it than here at Earth Day with Rotary and all the other organizations that support the same cause.
If you are a coffee lover, there is some exciting news brewing. Dunkin' Bahamas is expanding its footprint across the country. The brand officially opened its newest location with a ribbon-cutting ceremony at Venetian Village in Western New Providence. On hand for the big moment was Dunkin' Bahamas officials, along with Herschel Walker, the ambassador to the Bahamas from the United States, international brand manager of Inspire Brand, and Dunkin', who all joined in for the celebration with the company's continued growth in the local market. The new store marks another step in the brand's ongoing expansion, bringing more of its signature coffee and menu offering to Bahamian customers.
This Venetian Village location represents the next step in elevating the Dunkin' experience in our market, combining a modern design, enhanced guest experience, and the quality and consistency our customers have come to expect from the brand. To our incredible team, thank you. Your hard work, dedication, and commitment to excellence are what bring this brand to life every day. As we look ahead, we remain focused on growing responsibly, strengthening our communities, and continuing to serve the Bahamas with pride. Thank you all for being here to celebrate this important milestone with us.
With this latest addition, Duncan can now boast of more than 6 locations across New Providence, among them including the airport, Carmichael Road, East Street, Burnett Road, and Munnings Road. Meanwhile, Ambassador Walker says the Duncan brand continues to serve as a symbol of the strong ties between the Bahamas and the United States.
It means more than just donuts. It means establishing and bringing a community together. And it means showing the America and the Bahamas are partners. And partnership is what it's all about. Duncan is creating new jobs and is serving the community to help strengthen the economic ability of the United States and the Bahamas. In this great location, the shops are the Venetian Village. There will be new opportunities for America and Bahamas suppliers. And I must admit that the U.S. Ambassador to the Bahamas, myself, now can get another taste of America.
Coming up in tonight's Sunday feature, we're celebrating a very special woman and a major milestone. I'll tell you more about it right after this break.
Foreign commercial banks have been closing across our islands. For thousands of Bahamians, our country's post office savings banks are a lifeline, providing safe and secure banking. But Michael Pintard says,
we will abolish the bank through the post office system.
That's a risk Bahamians can't afford. That's why the Prime Minister is making post office savings banks stronger to protect Bahamian families and small businesses who rely on them.
Wealth should not only belong to a select few. At InvestStar, we believe the door should be open to everyone. We provide options for planning a better future. Our investment funds are designed to assist you in reaching your long-term financial goals. Let us show you how.
Everybody get up.
The world is changing. It's bringing new challenges, but also new opportunities. The truth is, our economy always left too many Bahamians out. Now we're opening new doors in agriculture, tourism, energy, entrepreneurship, providing grants, scholarships, national service, and upskilling. A new generation is rising, and we're finally moving in the right direction, building an economy that includes everyone.
Bahamian ownership in fly fishing is very important. Not only does it create opportunities for Bahamians, this is our industry, so we're proud of what we do. Opportunity is important. It's the story of my life, because with the opportunities, you can chart your own course. Prime Minister Davis and his team see the opportunities by providing these grants and what it can do for our country. It's just wonderful, and I'm glad to see these ventures working so that other people can get involved. This is real. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's help ourselves.
There are a lot of new opportunities in our country. We are building an economy that includes everyone. And you chose to come to PTVI.
The best place to learn.
Expanding and updating PTVI.
It prepared me for the future to be an entrepreneur.
And this is what this is all about. We are creating more opportunities for more Bahamians, because opportunity is the key to success.
Hey, it's time to lock in your vote.
Your vote is your power.
With the new boundaries in place, you may need to transfer or confirm your voter registration.
And if you have never registered or didn't plan to vote,
don't get left out on one of the most important decisions of your future.
Make sure when election day comes, you're ready to say,
your say, your vote, your choice.
is changing. It's bringing new challenges, but also new opportunities. The truth is, our economy always left too many Bahamians out. Now we're opening new doors in agriculture, tourism, energy, entrepreneurship, providing grants, scholarships, national service, and upskilling. A new generation is rising, and we're finally moving in the right direction, building an economy that includes everyone.
You're watching Eyewitness News.
Well, thanks for sticking around with us. A century of life and front row seat to history. Tonight, we highlight and celebrate a remarkable Bahamian woman who has witnessed more than 100 years of changes. In 1926, the average cost of gasoline in the United States was just 20 to 23 cents per gallon. It was a different era in America, with Calvin Coolidge serving as the nation's 30th president. And across the Atlantic, the same year marked the birth of Queen Elizabeth II, a figure who would go on to shape modern British history. And here in the Bahamas, April 20th, 1926, marked the birth of Dorothea Strawn. The newly minted centenarian says she never imagined she would reach 100 years old.
Very, very, very good. And very proud to know that I lived to be this age, because never in my wildest dreams I think I would be on this earth at 100 years old. But praise be to the Lord, I'm here and I'm quite happy.
Strawn is the bride of Errol Duke Strawn, a legendary figure in Bahamian music. To mark the milestone, she celebrated with loved ones and received a special visit from Governor General Cynthia Pratt. Pratt also delivered greetings from Buckingham Palace, from King Charles and Queen Camilla. The birthday girl has lived through the Bahamas transitioning to an independent nation, along with global events including 9/11, a pandemic that has shaped recent history. And as she celebrates a century of life, she also shares a few words of wisdom, a century of life, lesson, and legacy.
Don't be too fast, don't be too hurry for everything. You see something you want, it's going to take time. Don't rush into nothing, because you might fall down. But if you take your time, you can get what you're looking for.
Well, happy birthday from all of us here at Eyewitness News. Well, that's what does it for us here on the weekend.